Good morning, Andy here. Hi, friends of the guitar, nerds, everybody. Today I want to talk about guitar sounds and how to produce them. You don't need too much to have a good sound. You need most of the sound, as everybody knows, is in the fingers. You need a middle-priced amp is okay. I did lots of good stuff with a cheap Roland Cube 60. It's about 300 euros. It's really a cheap amp. And if you get it used, it's about 150 euro. And this amp sounds pretty cool. It's okay for a live gig. There are better amps for sure, but it works. The main thing is that your guitar is in tune and everything is right. So the intonation is right and everything. That's really important, I think. I don't care too much about cables and stuff. I take good cables, but not the most expensive. It's not necessary in my opinion. So let's start. Here I have a Strat. Strats normally sound a little bit thin. What I do with a Strat most of the time, this is a little trick of mine. I use an overdrive pedal, even if I want to have a clean sound. I love those old Bluesbreaker pedals. There are also good pedals made by Vemaram. Jan Ray is a very good one. But these old Bluesbreakers are really good, and there are also cheap copies. This is a black box by Snooze Electric Company. It's about 100 euro and it's really good. What these effects do is they put some mids on the sound and they do less bass. So I like that because a guitar is all about mids. I use my original Bluesbreaker now. So it's not really distorting. So the maximum of distortion is like I roll the treble down a little bit and the volume. I put it maybe 7, 8, whatever. Yeah, there's a good jazz sound with a Strat. It works. And if I want a little bit more, I just push up the volume and yeah, that works. It's a pretty good jazz tone and with one push of a button, I have this. Yeah, that works pretty well. So what else? I have there's a little bit reverb on it. I love reverb. I love the spring reverb on the amps. Mostly they are pretty good. I also love the digital reverbs. Here I have a Ventris Source Audio. That's a pretty good reverb, but you can take any one. There are lots of reverbs on the market. There's very much on the market in every case. I have a distortion pedal on my board. I don't use it too often. I'm more the clean to little overdrive kind of player. I love that. One thing that's important with those overdrives and distortion pedals is to give enough peak to the amp. So if the overdrive is more quiet than your clean signal, maybe the amp doesn't get enough power of your guitar and it could sound a little bit weak. So push the amp a little bit. So I use, most of the time I have this Bluesbreaker on when I play with those kind of guitars. When I play with jazz guitars, I have a very nice Gibson L5, which I love. Or even if I use humbuckers, then I don't use it too much. I love the clean sound also. And I also love the clean sound of the Strat, but it's pretty thin. Mostly I have the Bluesbreaker on that simulates a slightly overdriven amp, which works pretty cool in every situation. So if you can be loud enough, you can also turn the amp on. Then I wouldn't use this Bluesbreaker. I think I would use the amp. But many situations in these days you have to be in a moderate play on a moderate volume, not too loud. Yeah, that's the times. In the early days, they had no PAs, so they sent everything from the stage down, from this Marshall 412 cabinets, maybe a lot of them, and this was the PA of the guitar player. Yeah. I like delay. Sometimes I use a little bit of a delay. I have this one here is a. Delay is cool when you play solos and stuff. Or if I play things like whatever. Delay helps to make this tone a little bit longer, and sometimes maybe you play a little bit less, because when you have this echo effect. That's pretty cool. The older I get, the less effects I use, because I think about the guitar more like of a human voice. So that's my voice. I sing a little, but not too good. But I do it sometimes. But my main voice is the guitar. So if you were a singer, would you put lots of effects on your voice? I wouldn't do that. I would prefer to make it come straight to the audience and to hear it real, like it is. I wouldn't manipulate voices too much. Very little. Yeah. What else? I show you now my gear. So let's have a look. Yeah. Here we have this old blues. Here we have this old Bluesbreaker pedal. These pedals I have a few of them. I bought them in the 80s, so they are pretty nice. I really love them. This Tube Zone is my distortion pedal, and this is my delay pedal. I don't even know what's the company. Oh, it's Delay Lama Supreme. It's a Greek company. A very good. I love also this MXR carbon copy. This you cannot tap. Here you can tap. With the carbon copy, I cannot tap. I have a tuner. That's the first. Yeah, that's the first in the row. The tuner. Then comes the overdrive. Then comes the distortion, and then I have a kind of a vibe. I don't use it very often. Mostly I put it down from the board. So my main effects are those 4 boxes: the Bluesbreaker, the Tube Zone, the reverb, and the delay. And the rest I do with the volume knob and with the tone knobs and with the different pickups. Here I have this is my home amp. I have only one amp at home. I have, I think, 14 amps at my studio. I really love those Fender amps and Fox, and I'm not that kind of Marshall guy, but I also like them. They're cool. Here, this is a Shure reactive low. That's just because I cannot play very loud at home. So this is a speaker simulation. So I don't use the speaker of the amp. I go from the amp output, from the amp speaker output, I go direct into the Shure, and from the Shure I go to my focus. Here I have a cheap Focusrite. Yeah, that's my 2 inputs. One is a mic and the other one is the guitar. And that's how I record it. That's all. In studios, I mostly, until now, I mostly used microphones. There's a very standard situation. That's a SM57 from Shure, and this Royer, I think 1-to-1 it's called. It's a ribbon mic, and I combine these two. But many times I only use one of these mics, and mostly the ribbon, because it sounds more natural. I love that sound. The SM57 has more the mid stuff, it has a special focus. It's also pretty complicated to put it in the right position in front of the amp. It can differ the sound a lot. If you change it a millimeter, then the sound can be completely different. But I'm really happy with this Suhr. I never thought I would use those stuff, but since half a year I used it and I'm really happy with it because it's so easy. I just plug in my guitar and plug in the cable into my workstation and record, and I play. That's very fine. Most of the sound is the touch, how you touch your guitar, how you pick it, where you pick it, how hard you pick it. There's also one mistake is, as I do many times, I pick too hard. The guitar has a good sound when at a special level, it sounds really good. So if I pick like that, like very important is the dynamic, so you can play. That's important in my opinion, just to have lots of dynamic in your playing. I have another video where I show picks and stuff. So since a few weeks I use this Jim Dunlop, this red one, this Jazz 3, and I use this pick. This is a nylon pick. There's just nylon written on it. I have lots of them. I bought it years ago and I have really lots of them. The trick with this pick is that I play only with this side here where it's a little bit grippy. If I do it with the Dunlop now, it sounds much smoother. And with the Dunlop, totally different sound. This is an effect. So that's what I told before. I don't use so many effect pedals, but I use my fingers and my picks and everything as an effect. You're very welcome to subscribe my channel. Make comments, click the like button, and right under the video there is a donate link. If you donate a few euros or dollars, I would be very happy. That's pretty motivating for me. That's the truth. It's the truth. And pardon my English, as I get better as a guitar player all the time, so also my English gets better, and there's a little progress too. I hope so. So I wish you the best day and see you. We stay in contact. Bye.